Welcome, beloved soul. Peace be upon you in this moment of stillness, where your spirit has been guided to hear words meant just for you. You are not here by chance, but by divine appointment. The angels have drawn near, whispering softly, because heaven longs for you to know that God is moving in your life, preparing a love that is pure, steadfast, and true. The truth is this: a pure-hearted soul is ready to marry you. This is not a fantasy, not a fleeting desire, but a holy reality already stirring in the unseen. You may not see it yet, but heaven sees. You may not feel it yet, but heaven knows. And today, God is opening your heart to trust in His timing and His promises. As it is written, "No good thing does He withhold from those who walk uprightly." Psalm 84:11, ESV. Your life has not been forgotten. Your longing has not been overlooked. Your prayers have not vanished into the silence. God has heard. God has answered. God has been preparing not just you, but also the one whose heart has been set apart for you. This person has walked their own path of growth, humility, and transformation. They too have been tried by fire, refined in spirit, and made ready for the sacred vow of marriage. They do not seek you for shallow reasons, but because their soul recognizes what heaven ordained. Their heart beats with purity, their intentions are sincere, and their love will not wound but heal, not consume but build, not harm but protect. Perhaps you have questioned if such a love could even exist. You may have seen broken promises and false starts. You may have carried the weight of disappointment, wondering if love was something meant only for others, but not for you. But hear this truth, child of God. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Jeremiah 29:11, NIV. God's plan for you has always included companionship, not loneliness. God's plan has always included love, not rejection. God's plan has always included covenant, not abandonment. And so the angels now reveal a pure-hearted soul is already turning their face toward you. They may not have spoken it yet. They may not even have met you yet. But in their prayers, your name is being carried before God. In their heart, the desire for someone exactly like you has been planted. And in God's perfect timing, paths that once seemed distant will align. The beauty of this revelation is not just that someone desires to marry you. It is that God desires for you to see yourself as worthy of such love. You are not second choice. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are the beloved of the Lord, and what He joins together no one can tear apart. As it is written, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Psalm 23:1, KJV. This means you will not lack the love that God Himself has promised. It will not come from striving, from chasing, from lowering your worth. It will come as a gift, a blessing, an answer. So pause now, breathe deeply, and let this truth rest upon you. A pure-hearted soul, guided by God, is being prepared to love you with devotion that reflects Christ's love for His church. This is not ordinary love. It is covenant love. It is holy love. It is the kind of love that builds, heals, and lasts. And as you take in these words, dear one, let your spirit soften to receive. For many have built walls around their heart after seasons of pain. But walls cannot protect what God intends to pour in. Instead, open your hands, open your soul, and whisper quietly to God, "I am ready to receive your promise." Halfway through this reflection, let me gently pause and speak from my heart to yours. If these words are blessing you, if they feel like water to your weary soul, I invite you to walk with this channel in faith. You may subscribe for more peaceful, spirit-led guidance. You may share your reflections or even your prayer requests in the comments, so together we may lift one another before God. You may share this message with someone else who feels tired, lonely, or in need of reassurance. And if your heart feels moved, you may also support with a super thanks, a gift that helps this message reach more souls around the world. Every act of support, no matter how small, is a seed of kindness sown into the work of heaven. And for that I am deeply grateful. Now, beloved, let us return to the message of the angels. The one who is ready to marry you carries a spirit of peace. They are not driven by lust or greed. They are not entangled in deceit or hidden games. Their soul has been purified by waiting, their intentions refined by prayer. And though they are not perfect, they are genuine. They long to build a life, not just moments. They long to create a home, not just memories. They long to walk beside you, not just meet you halfway. This person's heart beats in rhythm with yours, though you may not yet realize it. They will see in you what others failed to notice. They will treasure in you what others overlooked. And they will guard you with reverence, for they know that you are God's child, entrusted into their care. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. 1 Corinthians 13:4-5 NIV. This is the love being prepared for you, not love that fades when trials arise. Not love that wounds with words, not love that disappears when life feels heavy, but love that stands, endures, and covers you in patience, kindness, and faith. Take courage, for God has already begun this work. Even now, the Spirit is softening two hearts, yours and theirs. Even now, the steps of two lives are being ordered. Even now, unseen threads are being woven together into a tapestry that will soon be revealed. As it is written, in their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Proverbs 16:9 IV. You may feel unsure of the how, the when, the where, but it is not your burden to carry. It is God's delight to establish the path, to prepare the meeting, and to bless the covenant. Let hope rise again within you. Let love be possible in your heart once more. Let the peace of Christ fill the spaces where fear has lived. For soon, you will recognize the one heaven has prepared, not by confusion but by clarity, not by chaos but by calm, not by pressure but by peace. And when that moment comes, you will look back and remember these words, knowing that God was faithful all along. Before we close this part of the message, I humbly invite you again. Stay connected to this space if it brings you comfort. Subscribe for future words of peace. Share your reflections or requests in the comments. And share this message with someone who needs hope today. And if you feel called to bless this work with a super thanks, know that it is never taken for granted, but received with prayer and gratitude to help spread God's light further. Beloved soul, lift your heart now. Whisper a quiet prayer of thanks. For heaven is near, and the angels rejoice, knowing that the covenant love you have longed for is closer than you think. A pure-hearted soul is ready to marry you, and in God's perfect timing, you will see it with your own eyes. Rest in peace tonight with this truth. You are loved. You are chosen. You are not alone. And soon you will walk hand in hand with the one God has prepared, your heart overflowing with joy, your soul at rest in His promise. Beloved soul, welcome again to this sacred space of peace and light. It is no accident that you have returned, for God is still speaking, and His angels are still guiding. Your heart has been prepared to hear more, and so I invite you to lean in with faith and tenderness. For the message today will stir your soul in new ways. The angels whisper that the one who is ready to marry you is not only pure-hearted, but they carry a story that mirrors your own. Their journey has not been perfect, yet it has been honest. Their past has not been free of pain, yet it has been redeemed. Their spirit carries scars just as yours does, and yet those scars are no longer wounds. They are testimonies of God's healing. As it is written, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147:3 NIV. This word belongs not only to you, but also to them. For the one God has prepared has been touched by sorrow, yet lifted by grace. They have felt loneliness, but not been abandoned. They have known longing, but not despair. And because they have been healed by the Lord, they are now able to love from a place of wholeness, not emptiness. Beloved, do you see the beauty of this? Two hearts that have walked through valleys, Two lives that have known seasons of night are being joined together by the one who brings dawn. Your tears have been counted, and so have theirs. Your prayers have been stored, and so have theirs. And now heaven is aligning your stories into one. You may ask yourself, how will I know this person? How will I recognize them when they appear? The angels answer with clarity. You will know them not by outward appearance, not by charm, not by status, but by peace. The presence of God will be upon them, and when you are near them, your spirit will find rest. For it is written, you will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. Isaiah 55:12 NIV. Peace is the mark of heaven's choice. This soul, beloved, will not confuse you. They will not stir fear or suspicion. They will not make you question your worth. Instead, they will affirm what God has already spoken, that you are beloved, precious, and chosen. They will treat you as Christ treats his church, with care, with honor, with sacrificial love. As husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. Ephesians 5:28, ESV. This is not a love born of selfishness, but of covenant. This is not a love born of selfishness, but of covenant. And so prepare your heart not just to meet them, but to receive them. For sometimes the greatest barrier to blessing is not God's silence, but our resistance. We pray for love, but doubt we deserve it. We ask for a partner, but expect disappointment. We long for covenant, but fear betrayal. Yet the Lord says, do not be afraid, for I am with you. Isaiah 41:10 NIV. Fear cannot stand where God is leading. Trust must replace it. Beloved, pause now and breathe. Let your spirit open as you imagine the life God is preparing for you. Not a fantasy, but a future rooted in His Word. See yourself walking beside this soul, hand in hand, with faith as your foundation. See yourself building a home where peace reigns and prayer is the language of daily life. See yourself not only loved but cherished, not only chosen but honored, not only married but united in God's presence. Now let me gently invite you again, dear one. If these words bring peace to your soul, I welcome you to remain connected. Subscribe for more guidance so that your heart may be nourished again and again. Comment with your reflections or share a prayer request, for we are a family of faith lifting one another before God. If someone comes to mind who needs encouragement, share this message with them. It may be the very word they have been waiting for. And if you feel moved in spirit, consider offering a super thanks, not out of obligation, but as a seed that allows this work of peace and light to reach more weary souls. Your support is received with humility and gratitude, as unto the Lord. Beloved, let us return to the vision of this pure-hearted soul. They are not rushing ahead in impatience. They are waiting with reverence. They are not grasping in desperation. They are trusting in God's timing, and in this their waiting mirrors your own. Two lives, once separate, both surrendered to God's pace, will converge when heaven declares, now is the time. You may already sense them in prayer. Perhaps you have dreamed of them, not their face, but their presence. Perhaps your spirit has been restless, as though anticipating a change you cannot yet name. This is the Spirit's whisper, beloved. This is heaven preparing you for alignment. For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1 ESV. And now the season of waiting draws near to its fulfillment. The season of loneliness nears its close. The season of longing will give way to rejoicing. What you must do now is not strive, but trust. Not chase, but rest. Not fear, but prepare. For when God moves, it will be unmistakable. And when this soul steps into your life, you will not question their presence. Your spirit will recognize what your eyes cannot explain. As this part of the message comes gently toward its close, allow me once more to speak from my heart. Stay near if these words continue to feed your soul. Subscribe, share your reflections, and let us walk together in peace. And if you feel led to bless this work with a super thanks, know that it helps to carry these words further, planting seeds of hope in hearts across the world. Every offering is received with prayer and gratitude. Now, dear one, rest in this truth. God is not only preparing a soul for you, He is also preparing you for them. This journey is not one-sided. It is mutual, sacred, divine. And in God's perfect timing, two lives will meet, two hearts will unite, and one covenant will be sealed beneath heaven's blessing. Take heart, for angels rejoice already. They see what you cannot yet see. They celebrate what you cannot yet touch. And they whisper to you even now, a pure-hearted soul is ready to marry you. Soon, beloved soul, welcome once more. You have walked with me through these reflections, and I sense your heart has been opening layer by layer. Today, the angels bring the final part of this message, a truth to anchor your spirit in hope, patience, and faith. The one who is ready to marry you is closer than you think. They are not only pure in heart, but aligned in spirit. They have been guided by the same God who guides you, shaped by the same hands that shaped you, refined by the same fire that refined you. And now, heaven prepares to weave two lives into one tapestry of covenant love. Hear the words of Scripture. Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. Ecclesiastes 4:12 NIV. The bond you will share will not be built on human desire alone. It will be you, them, and the Lord at the center, a threefold cord, unshakable and enduring. This person longs not only to love you, but to walk beside you in faith. They will pray with you, not just for you. They will lift you when you stumble and rejoice when you rise. They will not compete with you, but complement you. They will not diminish your light, but fan it into greater flame. Together you will glorify God in ways you could not alone. Beloved, perhaps you have wondered why the wait has been so long. Perhaps you have questioned why others found love easily, while your path seemed slow. The angels remind you, it was never delay, but preparation. For covenant love requires readiness, and both hearts needed shaping before the meeting could come. As it is written, He has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3:11 ESV. Not before, not after, but in its time, and now the time draws near. The pure-hearted soul longs for you even now, even if they cannot yet name it. Their spirit reaches for yours in prayer. Their heart waits for yours in trust. And soon, by God's hand, paths will cross and eyes will meet. When it happens, you will know, not with doubt, but with peace, not with confusion, but with clarity. Beloved, prepare yourself in faith. Guard your heart, but do not harden it. Keep your oil ready, like the wise virgins in the parable. For when the bridegroom came, only those prepared could enter the feast. Matthew 25:10. You too must be ready, not by striving, but by surrender. Not by fear, but by faith. Not by rushing, but by resting in God's timing. As it is written, Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10 KJV. Your stillness is not inactivity, it is trust. Your waiting is not wasted, it is worship. And your faith is not unnoticed, it is rewarded. Pause with me, beloved, and let us take a gentle moment here. If these words have blessed your soul, if you feel heaven's whisper in them, I humbly invite you again. Subscribe so that your spirit may continue to be nourished by peaceful guidance. Share your reflections or prayer requests in the comments so we may lift one another in love. Send this message to someone weary, that they too may know God has not forgotten them. And if you feel led, bless this channel with a super thanks, a gift that helps these messages flow further, carrying hope and light to souls across the world. Every act of support is received with gratitude, prayed over, and offered back to God's glory. Now, beloved, hear the final truth. You will not miss this soul when they appear. Their presence will feel like home. Their words will echo God's peace. Their actions will reflect His love. And your spirit will rest in their care, knowing this is not coincidence, but covenant. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Psalm 37:4 ESV. Your desire for love is not selfish. It is sacred, placed within you by God Himself. And now, as you delight in Him, He fulfills that desire in a way that brings Him glory. So take heart, beloved soul. Lift your eyes to heaven. Rest your heart in peace. A pure-hearted soul is ready to marry you. And soon, by God's perfect hand, you will step into the covenant love that has been waiting all along. The angels rejoice even now, for the union written in heaven is preparing to unfold on earth. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are chosen, beloved, and destined for love that reflects the very heart of God. Go in peace, go in trust, and go in faith, for the promise is sure, and the time is near. Welcome again, beloved child of God. It is no accident that you are here, listening to this fourth unfolding of the message. Your heart has been hungering for clarity, and heaven is still speaking. The Lord is not finished guiding you, and his angels have drawn close to remind you of a truth so steady, so sacred, that it will carry you into the next season of your life. The one who is ready to marry you is not only pure-hearted, not only aligned with God's will, but also chosen for you in a way that no one else can replace. There is a uniqueness in this bond, a divine fingerprint upon it. This love was not born in passing thought, nor in chance encounters. It was written in eternity before your first breath, woven into God's great design for your life, as it is written, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." Jeremiah 1:5 NIV. And just as God knew you, he also knew the one who would walk beside you. Every step, every choice, every season of waiting has been part of bringing you together at the right time. Beloved, sometimes it may feel as though God's promises take too long. But know this, delays are not denials. Heaven has never forgotten you. Your longing for companionship, your prayer for a spouse, your quiet tears at night have all been seen. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. Psalm 126:5 KJV. The harvest of joy is nearer than you think. The angels reveal that this person who is ready to marry you carries qualities that reflect God's own heart. They are gentle in spirit, yet strong in character. They are humble in speech, yet bold in faith. They do not seek to control, but to serve. They do not seek to possess, but to cherish. Their love will be steady, a reflection of Christ's enduring love. You may wonder, how will I know for sure? The answer is this: you will know them by the fruit of their spirit. As Scripture says, by their fruit you will recognize them. Matthew 7:16 NIV. Look not only at what they say, but how they live. Look not only at what they promise, but how they keep. And most of all, listen to the peace of God within you, for his Spirit will confirm what your heart cannot deny. Beloved, marriage is not just about love. It is about covenant. It is not only about companionship, it is about kingdom purpose. This soul is not being sent to you only to fill your days with affection, but to join with you in building something eternal. Together you will encourage one another in faith. Together, you will walk in the calling God has placed upon your lives. Together, you will shine as a testimony of what God can do when two hearts are fully surrendered to him. Pause with me now and let your heart rest in this truth. If these words are soothing your spirit, I gently invite you to stay close. Subscribe for more messages of peace and guidance, and let your soul be continually refreshed. Share your reflections or your prayer requests in the comments. We walk together as family, lifting one another in faith. If someone in your life is hurting, longing for hope, share this message with them. It may be the reminder they need. And if you feel called, you may bless this channel with a super thanks. Your kindness helps this sacred work reach more weary souls who long for God's comfort. Every seed of support is received with prayer and gratitude, given back to the Lord for his glory. Now, beloved, hear this clearly. You are not being prepared for ordinary love. The love that is coming to you is covenant love. It is the kind of love that endures storms, stands through trials, and grows deeper with time. It is love that will sanctify you, shape you, and help you become more of who God designed you to be. As it is written, two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. Ecclesiastes 4:9-10 NIV. This is the love being prepared for you. It is partnership, not possession. It is companionship, not competition. It is holy union, not fleeting passion. Beloved, let go of the fear that love will pass you by. Let go of the worry that time has been wasted. Let go of the voices that told you marriage was not for you. The angels are clear. God is faithful. He has not forgotten his promise. And the soul who is ready for you will arrive at the appointed time. When you see them, do not resist the gift. Do not doubt what God has given. Do not sabotage the blessing by clinging to old wounds. Instead, step forward in faith with thanksgiving and let God's peace lead you. Beloved, the angels rejoice even now. Heaven has already begun to prepare the moment of meeting. And when it comes, you will look back and know it was always God's hand, always his timing, always his love guiding you. So lift your head, dear one. Trust his promise and prepare your heart, for covenant love is nearer than you think. A pure-hearted soul is ready to marry you. And soon, very soon, you will see God's hand unfold the story he has been writing all along. Beloved soul, welcome back. Your heart continues to seek, your spirit continues to listen, and heaven continues to speak. This is not coincidence, it is calling. The Lord has led you here because the promise of covenant love is not far from you, and the angels are rejoicing as they reveal what has been prepared. The pure-hearted soul who is ready to marry you has been hidden, not because God wished to withhold, but because he was shaping them, shaping you. Shaping the timing so that when your lives join, the foundation will be steady, unshakable, and holy, as it is written, unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain. Psalm 127:1 NIV. This is why the waiting has been so necessary. If it had come too soon, the walls might have crumbled. If it had come too late, the flame might have dimmed. But now, beloved, God's timing is aligning, and the house he has planned for you will stand. The angels reveal that this soul is not merely prepared to love you, but to honor you. They will see in you the treasure that others failed to recognize. They will cherish what God has placed within you. Their love will not be shallow or fleeting, but grounded in reverence for who you are in God. This person is not searching for perfection, they are seeking covenant. They are not expecting ease. They are prepared for endurance. They are not bound by the world's definition of love. They are guided by heaven's, for love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. 1 Corinthians 13:7-8 ESV. Beloved, you may feel weary. Perhaps you have given so much, yet received so little. Perhaps your heart has been bruised by promises broken, by affection that faded, by words that cut deep. But the angels whisper, the love that is coming will not wound you. It will heal you. It will not diminish you. It will uplift you. It will not take from you. It will give to you abundantly, generously, faithfully. For marriage in God's design is a reflection of his own love. It is patient, forgiving, sacrificial, eternal. And this is what is being prepared for you. Pause with me, beloved, and let your soul rest in this truth. If these words bring comfort, if they breathe peace into your weary spirit, I invite you gently. Subscribe for more words of guidance so that your heart may continue to be nourished. Share your reflections or prayer requests in the comments. We walk this journey together, hand in hand, as family of faith. If someone you know is longing for love or struggling with loneliness, share this message with them, that they too may find peace. And if you feel moved, you may bless this work with a super thanks. Every seed sown is prayed over, helping the light of God's word reach more souls who desperately need it. Beloved, hear this clearly now. The angels are not only speaking of a spouse, they are speaking of destiny. For when this pure-hearted soul enters your life, your calling will expand. Together, you will not only love each other, you will also serve God more fully. Your union will carry purpose, your marriage will reflect testimony, and your love will draw others closer to him. As it is written, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16 IV. Your marriage will be a light, not just for you, but for those who witness it. A living testimony of God's faithfulness, his timing, and his covenant love. Beloved, release your doubts, release your fears, release the thought that love has passed you by. God has written your story with care, and the chapter of covenant love is already opening before you. When you see this person, you will not feel pressure, you will feel peace. You will not feel confusion, you will feel clarity. You will not feel fear, you will feel rest. For the Spirit of God will testify within you, "This is the one I have prepared." And in that moment, every tear, every waiting season, every prayer uttered in silence will make sense. You will know it was never wasted. It was preparation for this holy union. Beloved soul, lift your heart with hope again. The angels rejoice, the Lord affirms, and heaven smiles upon you. For a pure-hearted soul is ready to marry you, and soon, in God's perfect timing, you will walk into the covenant He has prepared all along. Beloved soul, welcome once again. The journey we have walked together has been long and deep, yet every step has carried the fragrance of God's presence. You did not arrive here by chance. Heaven has been guiding you, teaching you, preparing you. And now the angels lean close with a final whisper. The one who is ready to marry you is nearer than you believe, and their heart beats in rhythm with yours, because both are beating for God. You may not yet see their face clearly. You may not yet know their name with certainty, but heaven has already written their name upon your destiny. "For I know the plans I have for you," declares the Lord, "plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Jeremiah 29:11, NIV. This covenant is part of that hope. This marriage is part of that future. The angels remind you that this soul has walked their own valleys. They too have prayed for you, even without knowing your face. They too have wept in waiting, longing for the one their heart was created to love. And beloved, that longing is leading them toward you even now. God is weaving your stories together, thread by thread, with a precision only He can master. When you meet, there will be recognition, not of the flesh, but of the Spirit. You will sense a peace deeper than words, a joy that springs from God Himself. It will not be rushed. It will not be forced. It will unfold like the dawn, gentle and certain. As surely as the sun rises, He will appear. Hosea 6:3 NIV. So too shall this love appear. Perhaps, beloved, doubts still whisper in your mind. You may think, what if I am not worthy? What if I am not ready? But the angels say, you are chosen. God is not calling you into marriage because of perfection, but because of grace. It is His Spirit that makes you ready. It is His love that makes you worthy. For we love because He first loved us. 1 John 4:19 ESV. Your love will be an overflow of His love. This union will not only bless your heart, it will bless generations. Children will rise and call you blessed. Communities will be strengthened by the testimony of your covenant. And even those who never meet you will hear your story and believe again in the faithfulness of God. Beloved, let this truth sink deeply now. The pure-hearted soul who is ready to marry you is not a dream far away, but a living promise drawing near. Their heart is already tuned to yours. Their prayers are already echoing your prayers. The journey is already bending toward your path. And soon, in God's perfect time, your lives will meet. Pause with me here, dear one. If this message has spoken to your soul, I invite you gently. Subscribe so that your heart may continue to be nourished by peaceful guidance. Comment below with your prayer requests or reflections that we may walk together as a family of faith. Share this video with someone who needs hope, so they too may be uplifted. And if you feel led, you may bless this work with a super thanks, helping us continue bringing light to weary souls who long for God's truth. Every gift is received with gratitude and prayed over with sincerity. Beloved, you do not need to strive anymore. You do not need to force what only God can create. Rest in His promise and trust His timing. As it is written, the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14 NIV. The angels assure you, love is not passing you by. It is on its way with divine certainty. When the day arrives and you look into their eyes, you will know. You will whisper a quiet prayer of thanks, and heaven itself will rejoice. For God has fulfilled His word. For the pure-hearted soul, prepared by His hand, has come to stand beside you. And together you will walk not just in love, but in covenant. Not just in companionship, but in destiny. Not just for yourselves, but for His glory. So rise today with peace. Walk forward with hope. Hold fast to faith. For the angels reveal, and God confirms, a pure-hearted soul is ready to marry you. And soon, beloved, very soon, you shall discover who.